And that's everything that as parents you guys put into us, whether it was like you guys given first opportunity, do you want to do this basketball? And if you guys can tell she wants to do this, and even if she's a little nervous, like Bella's a little nervous, you're still going to push her to do it, because I'm sure many of parents out there can see themselves when they were younger and see like, I wish I would have kept going for it. I wish I would have had some parents or somebody in my life that would have led me to keep pushing for it. And that's what parents need to do for their kids. And that's what mom and dad have taught us and instilled in us. Like, you're going to work hard. You're going to be there early. And we're going to keep going for it. Even if it's scary and hard right now, this is what you want to do. And even if you're trying to make an excuse that you don't actually want to do this, we know that this is what you want to do. And you don't want to grow up and look back and say, I wish I would have actually done this.
Hello everyone, we are Greg and Jackie Francis, and welcome to High Performance Parenting, where our passionate goal is to encourage you to raise champion children in a crazy world. Every week, we will bring you multiple episodes from our extensive experience of raising our six happy, healthy, successful, godly kids who are confidently equipped to win big in life.
We deeply believe that any parent who is provided with the right knowledge and continual support can raise amazing kids. And when they do, all of our futures get better. If raising up future generations of absolute champions matters to you as much as it does to us, here's how you can contribute. Like and share this podcast with everyone you know. And together, let's embrace this journey of raising champion kids in a crazy world.
Okay, guys, welcome back. Excited to be in the studio today, podcasting with some of my best friends. Who do we have here today?
Hi, I'm Bella.
I'm Chrissy.
Hi, I'm Abby.
Oh, I love hanging out with you girls, and I'm so glad they're here today with me. I haven't been on for a couple episodes, and so it's glad to be back.
Super excited.
And today we have such a fun topic. Gosh, we've been stretched in so many different ways the last year and a half, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
It feels like
Definitely.
Since we have moved here to Boise, new opportunities have shown up that have really just stretched us to be, I don't know, the best version of ourselves, don't you think?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And some of that has been with meeting new people. Mm-hmm. Some of that has been getting engaged at the church. Yeah. Some of that has been new sports. Yes. And some of that has been really just taking our faith to a whole new level and stretching ourselves to become the best version of ourselves.
Yeah.
And today, I think Dad and I had talked about it a little bit in some of our previous episodes about some of the ways that the kids have been stretching themselves in sports, and specifically how Bella decided to try out for a new sport this season. You know, as many of you guys know, our kids have played golf and tennis for some time now. Drews has played pretty much any sport that has a ball, but football, basketball, and then the kids picked up on cross country last year, kind of staying training for stuff like tennis, basketball, football, the whole 9 yards, and to meet some friends. But Bella decided to pick up a new sport this year. Yes. At the beginning of her sophomore year, she asked, hey, when we register for some other sports like we do tennis and golf, would it be okay if I get information about women's basketball? Mm-hmm. And at the time we were like, yeah, sure. I mean, like, put it down, you know? And then about 6 weeks ago?
Yeah.
8 weeks ago?
A day before tryouts?
Yes. The coach contacted us. Yes. The head coach, the varsity coach of the women's basketball for high school contacted us. And what did he want to know?
He wanted to know if I was still interested in tryouts, and we had kind of forgotten about basketball because golf had just ended, and we kind of slipped our minds. And so when we got the email from the coach, we were like, oh, Bella, do you still want to do this? And and I was like, yeah, sure, I'd love to. And then the next day, the tryouts were at like 4 o'clock or something like that, and Mom helped me run around town and get basketball shoes and basketballs and new bag and all the different things that I needed to be able to play.
Yeah, needless to say, you did not have any basketball gear for yourself. Mm-hmm. I mean, you could have borrowed Drew's.
Exactly.
But
our shoe size is a little different.
You didn't have any basketball shoes. You only had either golf shoes or literally court shoes for tennis.
Right.
To wear, or a pair of running shoes. Yeah. And I don't think Converses were going to work. I mean, they did back in the day wear Converses when they played basketball, so maybe you could have brought those out.
Yeah.
But you didn't have any women's basketball shoes.
Mm-hmm. Or basketball shorts, or tops, or anything like that.
And so, needless to say, we knew that we needed to get you changed out of golf wear.
Yes.
Because we
Yes.
didn't think showing up in your golf outfit was going to
gonna
be
make it, yeah.
a good sign to the coaches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, were you a little nervous?
I was very nervous because it was my first sport that I had done without Chrissy or Abby, and they are really great sisters, and we're all usually together when it comes to tryouts.
Yeah.
And so it was very different because I didn't know anyone. I'd never played basketball before.
Like organized basketball.
Right.
Right.
I mean, you've played
In
a
the driveway.
lot of basketball with Drews, whether it's been on a basketball court with him or in the driveway or whatever it may be.
Right.
But you've never done organized.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So I was pretty nervous because I didn't really know exactly how the rules worked and what the different fouls were and the different positions and different drills. And then, of course, they start off with ball handling, which I have not worked that much on. And so I was very nervous going into that. And it was tough, but we went through it.
You
And
did it.
Yep, exactly.
What do you girls think about her trying out?
I was really happy for her. I was honestly kind of surprised that, oh yeah, they contacted us the day before tryouts and Bella said yes. Like, first of all, that was a brave step, just saying yes. And then when they were getting all the different basketball gear, I was like, okay, this is actually happening. And I was very surprised but very proud of you at the same time. And then the first day of tryouts, you came home and you were like, I think I did pretty good. And I was like, that means you did really good because you can be hard on yourself when you're trying something new.
Yeah.
So I was really, really proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and also it was different because mom and dad gave all of us the choice if we wanted to, and me and Chrissy had said no. So Bella could have been like, well, it won't be the same without my sisters. I've never done this by myself. So she could have had not wanted to do it, but she wanted to try it out. So it's like, let's try this new thing because not like we're always going to be together in everything that we do. So even though that'd be amazing. So
Well, you have been for years.
Yeah,
I mean, up until
exactly.
this point, many times you guys have always said you've never had to go do anything by yourself, whether it's go
Right,
to
yeah.
school for the first time by yourself or walk into a new sporting event together or whether it's been go meet friends
Yeah.
or, anything. You guys have always had each other. And many times you guys have said, I'm so thankful I have a twin
Yeah.
to do so. And Chrissy's like,
Yeah.
I'm so glad that I had the twins try it before me and
Right,
I get to
yeah.
go do it with them.
Exactly.
One of the benefits of being the third, right?
And then by the time I've done it for a few years, Juice is there. So, like, I always have someone with me.
Totally. And so I just think it's great that, you decided I'm gonna do it.
Right.
Yeah. So walking in first morning, and by the way, tryouts were at what? What time was it? It was
It was like 4, I think, to like 6.
Uh-huh.
And then the next day, it was early morning. It was like, what was it, 5 a.m. to 7 a.m.?
It was like 5 to 7 a.m., which I thought was
Yes.
totally crazy. Okay, the first day you walked in, you didn't know anybody.
Right.
And there were like 60 girls trying out.
I think there was like 50, yeah.
Okay, 50 to 60 girls trying out for like the freshman sophomore team, the JV team, and then the varsity team. And they were
Exactly.
only going to take about 10 to 12 people on each team.
Yeah.
So we knew people were getting cut, which was nerve wracking.
Yeah, for sure. Especially since when everyone walked in, they had all done like the summer league, so they all had their practice jerseys with them.
Yes.
And I'm the only one without the practice jersey, so I had to use one of the men's practice jerseys. So I was
Yeah.
kind of the standout. But that's
Yeah,
okay.
you're kind of known as the girl without a jersey.
Yes, literally. She walked in and all the 60 kids trying out had a summer basketball jersey on.
Yeah.
So they all matched. And if you didn't know what you were doing a little bit, you could kind of
Yeah.
just mesh in a little
They
bit.
did lots of the drills from the summer, they said.
Yeah, so they were ahead of the game. When
right.
they called something out, Bella's looking around like, what's that mean?
Yes.
Like some of the
Literally.
terminology you didn't even know.
Right.
And
Yeah.
so the first time she walked in, she didn't know anybody. Didn't have the right jersey.
Yep.
They gave her this boy's jersey that was she was swimming in it.
Yeah. Literally.
Yeah, it was really big on you.
Yeah.
And
It was like a dress.
everybody, and you didn't want to be in a dress.
Yeah, and you're playing basketball.
And you didn't want to be the person standing out. Of all times, she wanted to be meshing in.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you didn't know how it was all working yet. You didn't know any of the coaches by name.
Right.
And they all knew,
Exactly.
give or take, everybody else.
Yeah.
And here she was showing up, and I was just so proud of you because we walked in with her and just kind of took a look around
Yeah.
to see what the competition was.
Yeah.
You had your water bottle and your bag, and You know, you didn't have anybody to go over and say hi to,
Right.
but you just tried your best. And, you know, I just will say that I think it's so important, parents, because, like, how many times have we been in a situation that was awkward for us as a child? You know, and we were like, I never want my kids to have to go through that, you know?
Right.
But it grew us when we were a child, and it helped us be stronger. And so in this situation, I knew I had to let you do it.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of want to get dressed up and have the jersey that was awkward on too. You know what I mean? Just to make you feel better. But it was your chance to go. And so you did. And you came home, and like Chrissy said, you felt pretty like, I did pretty good.
Yeah.
And because we have such high standards, we knew you did really good. But you're right. We had to get up at the crack, not even the crack of dawn. Like, it was still dark out.
Yeah.
Right.
Literally.
And get to basketball practice. And that week, I think there was 3 of them in the morning.
So remember that day? It was early morning, and then they had it again that day.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
at,
you had like
4
2
again.
days.
Yeah.
Right. And then we got up early again the next day. And it was like 2 or 3 days we got up early. And I asked the coach, like, what's going on with the early morning ones? Do you like getting up early? And the coach was like, I just like to see who's really committed.
Right.
I like to know what ladies are willing to come and actually do the work.
Yeah.
And so how'd it go? How'd you do on this? Like, what were your feelings?
I just really tried to outwork everyone, even if I didn't know as much as everyone else or how to do things. It was just, I knew that if I wanted to stand out, I'd have to be the hardest worker. And so that's what I tried to do. And I would be very sweaty at the end of each practice or tryout, and then my coaches started noticing it and being like, "Great job, you're doing great. I love that you're putting in so much hard work." And I started getting lots of credit for that, and so I was feeling pretty good after like day 2. And then on the 3rd day, they told me I would be on the sophomore team. So I was really happy to be on any of the
Right,
teams
to make a
because-
team.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's another good point. So what were some of the things that you were going through in your mind the whole week, though, as you were trying out and getting nervous? How did you keep your mindset, you know, in check? Because you easily could have had doubts.
Oh, yeah, I was doubting because I was like, well, I'm kind of the standout. I don't really know how any of this works. And then also, though, Mom just helped remind me, like, just realize what we've been pushing into your whole life, like Philippians 4:13. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, and all these different scriptures, like 1 John 4:4, greater is he living in you than he who is in the world. And they just helped me kind of reset my mindset a couple times, being like, you got this, just give it your all, and God's got you, you know what I mean?
And I think you got a lot of encouragement from your brother.
Oh, yeah.
What did he do for you?
Oh, yeah. He was practicing with me, running the drills, doing the plays, all the different things, and he spent hours with me outside every day to help me get ready.
And teach you all the verbiage.
Yes.
You would come home and be
Yes.
like, what does this mean?
Yeah. I'm like, I'm so confused. I don't know what this means.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool. And then you would bring the plays home to him.
Yep. And he'd do a lot of practice with me on those. We probably did like 1 week of almost an hour a day before practice of working on the plays.
Which is so cool. And what did you guys think when she was going through all this?
Like I said, I was really proud of her for doing it, but I was also almost kind of nervous for her own sake, because I was like, I've never had to do anything alone really, except maybe some things here and there that we had already done together previously, so I wasn't super scared of that. But I was like, you're doing something completely new that you've never done an organized system of, and doing it without anybody there. And all these girls already know everything, so I was kind of nervous for you, but really proud of you for pushing through it anyway, so that was really cool.
And it was also different, her leaving like early morning. She'd have to sleep in a different bedroom so she wouldn't wake us all up at like not even the crack of dawn. And it was like so cool and different how she just pushed herself. She's like, I'm gonna do this. She would get up, she would do it. And it also gave her an opportunity to drive, which she's been working on. And it was just super cool seeing how hard you worked, even if you were the one that was different from everybody else and having no friends, because it can be a little bit different being a homeschool kid. And even though it's a big school, you do get some friends while you're doing it that can do like sports with you and stuff. And through this, you can get more friends through the sports, and it's just cool what you've been doing.
And I think more than anything, you had a lot of encouragement, don't you think?
sure.
I mean, every time you came home, I mean, what was the house like?
Hey, Bella, how'd it go? You're doing great. You look very sweaty, so I can tell you were working very hard. Like, then I'd explain what happened and how the tryouts went or how the practice went. And My sisters are always, and my brother are always super encouraging. Like, well, you did great, and I definitely don't know how I would have done that, and that's awesome, Bella.
Yeah. So I think more than anything, some of the takeaways from it all is what? Go for it, right?
Right.
I mean, what if you hadn't?
Right. Then I mean, it's like either way, if I didn't make the team, I'd still not be on the team. Like wasn't planning on being a couple days before, so I might as well try.
Yeah, I think that's a big key is like you were willing to, and if you didn't make it, then what? We learn from it, right? Mm-hmm. You don't lose, you learn.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Isn't that one of the concepts we always talk about all the time?
For sure.
You don't just, win or lose, you win or learn, right? And so I think it's one of the biggest things is what were some of that takeaway when you were like, you know what? I'm going to give it my all because my best is enough, but my best is required.
Right.
And if I don't give my all, then I probably won't make it at all, right?
Exactly. So I'm like, I'm just going to give my all because that's my best shot at making the team. And then I know if I do get cut, then I gave it my all and there's nothing to regret. And I can just grow in this next season. And next year I'll come back even stronger.
Yeah, and I think some of the things that we've taught you too is, of course, work habit, right? So even now, I mean, maybe you're not as talented as some of the other girls, right?
Yeah.
Who have been practicing literally since they've been 6.
Right. Literally, most of these girls have been doing it since they were in elementary school.
Right, and they came up through in a competitive elementary school and then moved into junior high and then to high school. And I think it's just really profound that we explain that, we didn't have all this training for you, right? You just,
Definitely.
I mean, you were coming in, so you knew work habit was your best line of defense, right? Like you weren't going to beat them probably in skills.
Oh no, for sure not, because everyone knew how everything works. So I just needed to outwork everybody, even though they obviously had more, like they knew everything and how the skills should work and having grown up with this and everything like that.
And I think it's important to remember that, even if you don't have all the skills to outwork everybody, and then what? Show honor to your coaches.
Oh,
what do we
for
always
sure.
teach you?
Yeah, like after every trial, I'd go to all the different coaches and be like, "Thank you so much. I can't wait to see you later." And there's like 10 coaches because there's like 5 on varsity, and then like 3 on JV, and then 2 on sophomore and freshman. So there's a lot of coaches.
Right, but you went up, learned their names, thanked them for everything. That's how they got to know your name, actually.
Yeah.
Is by honoring them.
Yeah, literally.
And then from there, making sure that you always just showed up early, right? Come early.
Right, exactly.
You were always ready, 15 minutes before?
15 to 20 minutes before, so I could warm up and everything like that before we started our practices.
And I think that just showed again that you were willing to do the work.
And that's everything that as parents you guys put into us, whether it was like you guys given first opportunity, do you want to do this basketball? And if you guys can tell she wants to do this, and even if she's a little nervous, like Bella's a little nervous, you're still going to push her to do it because I'm sure many of parents out there can see themselves when they were younger and see like, I wish I would have kept going for it. I wish I would have had some parents or somebody in my life that would have led me to keep pushing for it. And that's what parents need to do for their kids. And that's what mom and dad have taught us and instilled in us. Like, you're going to work hard. You're going to be there early. And we're going to keep going for it. Even if it's scary and hard right now, this is what you want to do. And even if you're trying to make an excuse that you don't actually want to do this, we know that this is what you want to do. And you don't want to grow up and look back and say, I wish I would have actually done this.
That's right. Such good points. I'm so proud of you. You worked really hard. And now you're part of the team.
Yes.
And this is just the beginning.
Tomorrow.
You have a game tomorrow. You have another game this weekend.
Yes.
And it's just the beginning. Like, if you want to do it again next year, I'm positive you're going to move up to the next levels, because you're willing to put in the work. So I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
You're doing so awesome.
Thanks.
Been really, really cool watching you.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening and thanks for your love and support. We hope that today's episode added tremendous value to you and your family. It would mean so much to us if you would partner with us on our mission of helping parents around the globe raise champion children in this crazy world.
To do so, simply take a moment to like and share this podcast with everyone in your network. See you next time.